Batman was released in 1989 and it stars Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Kim Basinger, and is directed by Tim Burton. With Batman v Superman coming out next week, I thought it'd be pretty fun to review the original Batman this week, and then early next week I'm going to review the original Superman. Now, this might not be my favorite incarnation of Batman, but I think it's a really solid start at introducing Batman to film. A big reason for that is Michael Keaton as Batman. He was awesome and super intimidating too. From that very first scene where he pulls the guy up and says, "I'm Batman," you believe he's Batman. And kind of what Ben Affleck is going through now is what happened to Michael Keaton when he first got cast, because before he had just played Mr. Mom in Beetlejuice and no one really thought he was going to be able to pull off Batman. And man, did he prove everyone wrong. I also like that this isn't an origin story for Batman. He has already been Batman for a while. I don't think for super long because the bat signal hasn't been created yet, but it was really cool just to dive into him as Batman. I also think his Batmobile looks awesome. It's super 80s, but not dated, and really when I think of the Batmobile, I still think of that vehicle. My only gripe with Keaton is him as Bruce Wayne. I did not find it that believable and really didn't buy into him as a character. But as Batman, he is fantastic. Jack Nicholson as the Joker was so good. I wouldn't go as far to say that he steals the show, but he is definitely one of the highlights in this movie. He plays a more funny Joker, but still pretty creepy, and I like the times where he tries to wear skin tone makeup to appear to be normal. I also thought the creation and the actual reveal of the Joker was done really well. And I also liked how the character Jack Napier was very cocky, and that led to his demise. I also really like the broadcasting that the Joker takes over and this whole subplot with his girlfriend, because I find it really shows the funny and creepiness that Nicholson can bring to this character. I honestly think that Nicholson was the perfect Joker for this type of movie, in the same way that Ledger was the perfect Joker for the Dark Knights type of movie. I also enjoyed Michael Gough's portrayal as Alfred. Yeah, it's a stereotypical type of Alfred you'd expect, but I thought he played it really well, and you believe that him and Wayne have been friends for a very long time. And we can't talk about Batman without discussing the score by Danny Elfman. It is phenomenal, and it really heightens the film and adds that darkness that they were going for. And for me, that opening theme is still what I hear when I think of Batman. And I thought Burton did a pretty decent job with the direction. Yeah, it is still a Tim Burton film, but it is definitely toned down, and I thought that is exactly what this film needed it to be. He did a great job at creating a dark and very dirty Gotham City that you believe needs to be cleaned up by Batman. And the action is fairly well done, although there isn't a whole lot of it. But I think for the audience of that time, it was probably just really fun to watch Batman kick butt. Now, I do have some issues with this film, the biggest being the character Vicky Vale. I find her very uninteresting. The whole subplot with her and Knox just drags the movie down and feels pretty unnecessary. And I don't like the scene where the two of them are at a party and going through one of the rooms in Wayne's house while making fun of him. It just seems really weird and does not paint the two as very great people. I also never cared for her relationship with Bruce Wayne. She basically starts stalking him after one date, and in the end, all she is someone for Batman to save. And all she seems to do is scream in this movie. Like, seriously, she gives Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween a run for her money. In quantity, not quality though, because all it does is get really annoying. And there are definitely some scenes that are pretty dated and cheesy. I think the museum scene is the best example of this because it has the Prince music, which makes it dated, and the Joker is really over the top. And I'm not blaming Nicholson for that because he himself isn't really over the top. It is what he is doing and what he is being told to do that just doesn't work. Finally, there is a reveal about the Joker near the end that I didn't really like, and to my understanding it is not in the comics. They just add it to this film to create extra drama, I guess. It just seemed very unnecessary for me, and they really didn't utilize it that well because it's only discussed in 2 lines between the Joker and Batman. And really, Batman already had more than enough motive to go after the Joker. Overall, it might be a little dated and cheesy, but it's a fairly solid start and did a great job at creating this more dark and serious tone that we still use today. And for me, it is my favorite of the pre-Nolan Batman films. I'm gonna give Batman a B+. If you have seen the film, let me know what you thought in the comments. And what's your favorite pre-Nolan Batman film? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, or you can just click right here to see more.